So there's lots of focus on mobility and fancy devices today, but without a robust network, these devices are really just fancy paperweights. Joining me is Kurt Romer. Kurt, can you share with us about the changing network philosophy and how security comes into play?
Sure. Networks are extremely important to mobile because, as you said, most of the applications require a network. In fact, many of the applications on mobile devices are merely HTML5 front ends for a web property that exists back in the cloud somewhere or back in someone's data center. Because of that, everything that application interacts with is over the network. And bandwidth is, of course, important, but latency is the real big issue these days because none of us like to wait. We want instant gratification. And if we push that button and it doesn't immediately respond, we're going to go somewhere else. And that's a loss of revenue to an organization.
So applications seem to be the new perimeter. What's the best networking strategy for that?
Yeah, when you take a look at application perimeters, you really need to ensure that these application perimeters are defined specific to the unique needs of the application. Each application that accesses sensitive data needs to have an application-specific VPN wrapped around that. It also needs to have very tight controls that say how that application can communicate with the data sharing fabric, and as well how it can communicate with other applications on the device. Citrix has those controls within Zen Mobile, powered by NetScaler, to make sure that the networking is completely handled and app-specific VPN capabilities are in place, as well as the app wrapping features to further control the apps on the device.
How will software-defined networking benefit IT?
Software-defined networking really automates the network and it makes the network programmable. Software-defined networking is going to free us from a lot of the physical constraints that we've had in networking in the past so that we can now dynamically build networks, dynamically tear down networks, and dynamically redefine relationships based on the needs of the application, based on the needs of the data, and based on the needs of the business. It's great because the network is no longer static. With SDN, the network is an elastic tool that we're all able to use.
Thanks, Kurt, for joining us today.
Thank you, Stacy.